Hi everyone, my name is Karen, this is my channel RatherBeReading, and today I'm bringing to you a reading vlog. Hi guys, it is about 4:15 p.m. on Saturday the 1st of December. Welcome to a new reading vlog where I look semi-decent. I'm going out to dinner tonight with my friend Emma, who is over from Sydney, and I was just in the mood to get a little bit nice looking, so I curled my hair. It looks okay. It's not the best. I pinned this side because this side was a bit flatter, and I just thought I was into the kind of sweep look. Please ignore the fact that I'm not wearing lipstick. I kind of didn't want to wear lipstick because I am going out to eat, and lipstick is always annoying when you're trying to eat, as I'm sure you guys know if you ever have worn lipstick. But I've got the inevitable kind of smear of like where your foundation kind of comes up onto your lips a little bit, so I definitely need to put something on them to colour them up a bit, but I didn't want to do that until I'm going to leave, and also until because I'm not dressed yet. I've done my hair and my makeup, but I'm not dressed yet because I don't want to get dressed literally until I'm about to leave, because I don't want to get cat hair all over myself, and I don't want to choose a lipstick until I know what I'm going to wear, because I want to make sure the colour is okay. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how my makeup and my hair turned out. I look semi-decent. I also am was invited to a birthday thing tonight, it's drinks. It's not someone I'm super close with. It's more like friends of Mitchell and Shakara. But I've been to the birthday function the last several years, so it's kind of a thing, but it is tonight, so I'm obviously going to dinner. But I said that once I'd finished dinner, I would text Shakara and see kind of where they were at, and I might go meet them for a drink afterwards, and that'll be at a bar or a club or something. So I wanted to look semi-decent as well in case I ended up going. I'll be driving, so I'm not going to be having a big night or anything, but I wanted to just look decent if I had to end up going into a bar. So this is kind of where we're at. So I am filming this clip now because, one, I look decent, and I want to kind of start doing the finishing touches, get my bag together and then get dressed and put on lipstick and head out the door. So reading update. So actually last night, so this was my last read that I ended up finishing for November, and I'm not going to talk about it too much because by the time you guys see this vlog you will have already seen my November wrap up. But last night I did finish The Rose and the Dagger by Renee Ardier. I ended up enjoying this a little bit more than The Wrath and the Dawn, which I think is an unpopular opinion. I don't know if I mentioned in the vlog, I ended up deciding my final rating for The Wrath and the Dawn was a 2.5. I dropped it that quarter star, and then I'm giving this a 2.75. So this one's rounded to a 3 on Goodreads, whereas the other one's rounded to a 2. I still thought it was really so much of the story was underdeveloped. The magic system is just never explained or developed at all. I thought that most of the characters, except for the main kind of 2 love interests, are super underdeveloped. There is a completely unnecessary epilogue. There's also a event that happens that's then completely the rewind button is hit literally straight away, and it felt very cheap. But I did enjoy this one a little bit more, but it still had a lot of problems in my opinion, so I gave this one a 2.75. And that is it. I haven't read anything today. I'm not sure how much. So what I did today, I went out for coffee with my parents, and then I haven't shown you. I don't know if you can see too much in this lighting. I had my nails done. I'm really, really, really happy with it. I wasn't super in love with the color that I had last time, the bluey green color and the teal kind of color, and so I went back to your basic kind of neutrals, but she also did it a little bit more pointed than what I usually get, and she did it shorter, because every time I say to them shorter, and then they still end up being a little bit long. And then this last time that I had them done, they left them really long, and then I ended up going an extra week than what I usually do to get them done, so they were so long. I was struggling to type at work. And this one, they've done them quite short. This is a very manageable length, and I'm in love with this nudish color. I'm sure you guys will see it in heaps of the vlogs. It looks almost completely nude in this lighting, but I'm really, really in love with it. So I went for coffee with my parents, had my nails done. I then came home, put all my groceries and stuff away that I'd got after getting my nails done. I then immediately went around to my parents' place and helped my parents put up their Christmas tree, because it is our family tradition to do it on the 1st. So in Adelaide, there is a parade, like a Christmas parade, where Santa, you know, comes to Adelaide and all of that type of thing. And it's South Australia, like Adelaide tradition, to put up your tree on the weekend of the parade. My family has never really done that because my parents grew up in Adelaide, but I didn't grow up in Adelaide. We kind of moved around all over when I was growing up, so it wasn't a tradition for us. Our tradition was always to put up the tree. The tree goes up on the 1st of December and it comes down on the 1st of January. That's kind of how we've always done things. So I went around to their place and helped them put up their tree and a few decorations and things. I then came home and put up I got out my like little mini tree. I only keep, one, my place isn't very big. 2, on actual Christmas Day, I spend almost no time at my place because I'm out at different family things like all day. Like I'll probably be at my sister's for breakfast and like opening presents and stuff with my niece and nephew and such. And then I'll be at my parents' kind of all day helping with Christmas lunch / dinner. It's like a late lunch, early dinner type of thing that we do. And I'll be at their place like all day. So I don't need a big tree. Like my parents have their tree. That's enough for me. I'll put in a shot. I'll show you guys a shot at some point of the little tree. I would get up and go out now, but I'm not wearing any pants and I don't want to like have any accidents in filming just in case. And I don't want to have to walk through to the front of my house. Not that anyone can see me, but it's just a thing. I don't want to get up. So I'll show you a clip maybe right as I'm going out tonight. I might show you a quick clip of what my little tiny little mini, it's just like a fiber optic little tree that like has like colors that go through it. Winnie has already tried to chew the crap out of it, but it's in that front room where she can't get in when I'm not home. So I'm hoping that it's not going to be too much of an issue because whenever she tries to eat it, I'll be there to be like, no, just like with the couch scratching. So yeah, that was kind of what I did today. And then I came home and basically since then I decided to curl my hair, do some makeup, blah, blah, blah. Now I'm getting ready to go out. So I haven't read it all today. And I'm not sure if I'll read it all tonight because I don't know what time I'm going to get home following dinner and possibly going out for a drink after. Yeah, so that's kind of the update. I'm hoping, so the next read that I am going to be picking up, I need to read, I'm on to picking up a library thing, and I think I've got a couple of things that I didn't expect to be, so they're basically things that I can't renew because they've got holds on them, so I thought I'd have a little bit longer to read them, although one of them I was pretty sure I wasn't going to be able to renew because it's a very new release, but I'll talk about those tomorrow once I've kind of exactly sorted out what I'm going to be picking up. And double check because I haven't been into the library app in a couple of days, so I want to make sure and go into it and try to renew them again to make sure that they're not renewable before I commit to reading those next. So anyway, it'll be a library book, whatever it is that I pick up next. So that's it, I think, for this clip. Should I put my face into the light again? My beautiful, beautiful made up face. Oh, Karen. Okay, I'm really, really excited to meet my friend Emma and her husband Ian for dinner. I'm really excited about it. So yeah, I will talk to you guys at some point tomorrow. Bye guys. Hi guys, it is 5:18 p.m. on Sunday the 2nd of December. I just want to give you guys an update on what's going on. So last night I went to dinner with my friend Emma. It was really, with my friend Emma and her husband Ian, which was really, really lovely. I didn't end up reading at all yesterday. Then today I had kind of a lazy morning. Spent like the morning in bed, and then I got up and I needed to plan and film some videos today. However, I severely underestimated how long that was going to take me because I also wanted to get some stuff done around the house today. And so I came out here at about 12 o'clock and started, so the issue was, one of the things I obviously had to film was my November wrap up. However, I hadn't added a single book that I'd read in November to my spreadsheet, or I also keep like a little notebook here like this where I write down my thoughts on books. I do like a page per book. Sometimes it's only a few notes, sometimes it's a bit more, and that's kind of something I refer to when I film my wrap-ups. And I hadn't written notes down on any of them. I hadn't filled out my spreadsheet, and normally it takes me like 5 to 10 minutes per book when I do it as I go along. So add that up for the 19 books plus the 2 DNFs that I had last month. It took me really, really long time. Plus I then had to work out once I'd done that, work out all my statistics and stuff for November. I had to plan out my December TBR. I had to figure out my book haul. So I've done all that. I filmed all those videos. I've just literally finished filming them. I am running late to go around to my parents' place for dinner. Getting fish and chips tonight. I'm looking forward to it. I've also got the day off tomorrow, which I'm really excited about. I need to edit and upload my wrap up tonight, which I'll do once I get back from my parents, because I'm off work tomorrow. I'm meeting Emma in the city for brunch, and we may do a little bit of shopping. I'm definitely doing some shopping. I'm not sure how much time she's going to have before her flight, but I'm looking forward to that because I never make it. So we've got Rundle Mall in the city. It's the main like big outdoor shopping mall in Adelaide. It's pretty famous, like kind of within Australia. And I used to work directly across the street from it and go all the time. However, when I changed jobs like a year and a half ago, I can make it on my lunch break, but it's just much more of an effort. Like it takes like kind of a 15-minute walk, like each way. So then it was almost not worth it. So I rarely go now. So I'm definitely going to go to, because Dimmicks, I want to go to Dimmicks. And so it's the only Dimmicks anywhere like that's accessible for me, and I very, very rarely go. So I want to go at least there and go to a few other things. So hopefully we'll do that with Emma. I'll do it on my own if not. And then I'm also planning to, so I'm getting the bus into the city, and I'm then planning to get the bus back, and I'm going to stop at the big interchange, which is where the plaza is that I like normally go to. And I'm going to finally pick up my glasses that I've like been overdue for like a month to pick up. And do probably a little bit of shopping there as well, and then get the bus home. So I've got a really like cool day planned tomorrow, and then hopefully I'll have a couple of hours at home in the late afternoon to relax before I go knitting tomorrow night. So that's kind of future plans as well. So reading update. So I didn't do any reading at all yesterday, as I mentioned. I went to that dinner, and then when I got home, I just kind of went to bed after I got home. It wasn't super late or anything, but I went to bed. That's what I did. So today, in amongst, while I was writing down some of the statistics and things like that and planning things out, I did manage to read this entire volume of Spell on Wheels by Kate Leth, Megan. I'm saying Megan because I'm being influenced by Meghan Markle, but in Australia we do pronounce it Megan, but I presume she probably pronounces it Megan because I presume she's American. Megan Levins and Marissa Louise. So this is a standalone graphic novel. This is the only edition of it. It basically follows these three characters who are all friends and are all witches. As you can see, we've got a black character, we've got an Asian character, we have a Canadian character, and I just realized there's a little Easter egg for the novel up here in this window, which I won't touch on because I don't want to spoil anything, but they're all witches, and it's basically a road trip revenge story. At the very start of the graphic novel, someone breaks into their house and steals something from them, and it's about them going on this like trip to kind of get their magical goods back. I really, really enjoyed this. It's a lot of fun. It's got queer elements to it, so it's got a lot of good rep in there. And it was just a lot of fun. I definitely would love for this to be a whole series following these characters, but unfortunately this is the only one. But I did really, really enjoy it, and I'm giving this 3 stars. 4 stars. I don't know why I said 3 stars. I'm giving it 4 stars. I'm planning to pick up now. I'm going to take it to my parents. I don't plan to obviously read very much of it, but I'm planning to now pick up Lethal White by Robert Galbraith. This is a library book. It is so huge, but this being a recent release, I've only had this out for a little while, but it's got 10 million holds on it at the library, so I can't renew this, and this is due in like a day or two. I'm not anticipating getting it back in time, which I feel really bad about, but also I don't think I'm going to make it to the library before then. So basically I want to get this read so that I can return this to the library next Saturday, and return this so that someone else can read this. So this is my next priority that I'm planning to pick up. So yeah, that's kind of it. I'm going to head off now to feed the cat, and because she is being all over me for like the last hour, so it's time to feed her and go around to my parents' place, and I will check in with you guys tomorrow. Bye guys. Hi guys, it is 5:48 p.m. on Monday the 3rd of December. It has been a great day today. I've been off work. I had annual leave today, as I've mentioned a few times. Okay, let's backtrack a little bit. So last night I went out for dinner at my parents' place. And then I came home and basically spent the evening editing and uploading my wrap-up. And then I ended up going back round to my parents' place at 12:30 to watch the Arsenal Spurs game with my dad. I haven't watched a game, I don't think, this season, and my family are big Arsenal supporters. Well, my dad and my brother in particular are big supporters. And I hadn't seen a game yet this season, and so I went round because it's like the big North London derby. And I consider myself to be a good luck charm for Arsenal because every time I watch them, they win, as happened last night, which was great. So I went round to that. That meant I didn't get home. I didn't end up going to sleep until about 3 a.m. I didn't have to get up as early this morning, but I still got about 5 hours sleep. Anyway, and then then I got up this morning and I went into the city on the bus, and I met Emma and her husband Ian for breakfast/brunch, and it was really nice. I hadn't been to this place, but I'd heard that it was pretty good, and it was really close to their hotel. So we went, and it was really nice. I had the carbonara scrambled eggs with a hash brown on the side, and it was really good. So I was really happy with that. And then we just did some shopping around the city, like in Rundle Mall. I bought 8 books today, so they will be in my December book haul. It was good because like I'd wanted to go to DMX, which I did, and then I also went to the Apple store, which I'd been meaning to do because I really had needed to get new headphones for my phone. So I finally did that, which was great. I almost lost them at one point. That was a whole debacle I won't go into. So I did that, and then Emma and Ian were leaving, had to leave to go back to the airport to fly back to Sydney. And so at about 1:30, I caught the bus back from the city back to, so I caught it to the big interchange, which is at the big shopping centre that's closer to where I live. And I went in there and finally picked up my glasses. So I'm going to show you guys. Do you guys want to see? I don't think I've ever worn glasses on this channel because I only wear them for like reading and computer work. So I never have them on when I'm, just doing things generally, and I don't ever wear them in a video, and I'm not that happy with them. But as I mentioned, if you saw the vlog, I mentioned at the time that I picked the frames out, that these were literally the best ones in the whole store, even though I still don't think they look that great. So I feel like I look like I'm trying to be like really hipster, and I'm not. These were just literally the best ones for my face. So in case you guys were interested, these are the new reading glasses that I got. So I did that, which I was like a month late to pick those up, so I was really glad that I did that. And then I came home, and I got home at like 3:30 in the afternoon, which was amazing because I never get home at that time, obviously, when I work. So I actually completely edited and exported my TBR video as well, which is now uploading. So that's great. I've got another video. I'll be able to like schedule that one. So that's great. I've got another video out of the way I don't need to worry about. So that's really great. And then I had to sleep for about an hour and a half, which was also really great because I started to get really tired. Obviously, my 3 a.m. night had started to catch up with me, and now I'm about to head to knitting in about 20 minutes. So, reading update, the thing you guys are actually here for. So I started last night, as I mentioned. I'm pretty sure I mentioned in the clip that I was going to start this, and I did start last night. This is Lethal White by Robert Galbraith. So I read last night's page 113, no, 103 or 113, 113. And then I've only read like 2 chapters today. So I'm on page 129 because, like I said, I've been out and about all day. So I've only read a couple of chapters, and I didn't take my backpack or anything with me today because I wasn't going into work. I just took my like little like crossbody handbag, so I was not carrying this around with me all day. Already having to carry the bags with the 8 books that I bought was really heavy. So yeah, already I'm really enjoying this. I'm really glad to be kind of back with the characters. One of the things that I personally really enjoy about this series is the like character relationships, and I'm already kind of intrigued. It's definitely a slowly unraveling well, slowly unraveling, like we're really only getting very, very little bits of the mystery so far, obviously, because it's 650 pages, so I'm only really scratching the surface at this point, but I'm hoping that I'm really going to enjoy the mystery in this one as well. So yeah, started this. I don't know how much of it I'm going to get read today. I said I've only read 2 chapters and I've got knitting group, and as I've mentioned, the last couple of weeks I've been getting home from knitting pretty much at like bedtime and then reading a couple of chapters and going to bed, so I potentially will only read a couple more chapters of that tonight. I did, however, start an audiobook today, so because I caught the bus into the city to meet Emma and Ian, I started the audiobook, but I was only listening to it on the commute, so I didn't get as much read as like I would on a normal day, but I decided I'm going to start it because I want to get through 2 audiobooks this week. That's my aim, and I want to get through them as quickly as possible so that I can have some time to listen to podcasts for the rest of the week, because with having had time off and stuff from being sick, I haven't listened to any podcasts in a couple of weeks, and I've got so many podcast episodes and I'm dying to listen to them, but I have to give priority to the audiobooks that are going to expire. So anyway, so I started it today just to get a little bit ahead of it, and it is a really short one too, so I'm definitely going to be able to finish this tomorrow because I've only got like 5 hours left and I listen on 1.5 speed, so I'm very easily going to finish that tomorrow. I could maybe listen to even a podcast episode tomorrow. So I started Girl Wash Your Face by Rachel Hollis, and I am 21% of the way through, and that was like just with listening like on the bus. So this is a non-fiction book. I mentioned in my TBR video that I edited that I originally put this on hold for non-fiction November, and I didn't quite get to it for November. And I didn't really know too much about it. It's just basically a non-fiction self-help type of book about, so the subtitle of it, does it have it on here where I can see it? Stop believing the lies about who you are so you can become who you were meant to be. So it's all about, I guess, being like the best person that you can be. And already in the 20% that I've read, it is a lot of her talking about how people don't, it's like, it's nothing groundbreaking. It's what you hear in a lot of self-help books, but it's something that I guess we do need to hear and try to take on board, is that so many people have themselves as such a low priority on their list of priorities. Like when you ask people, like, what are the most important things to you? People will say things like, you know, their family, their job, whatever, so on and so forth, and very rarely do people think to list themselves. And she's saying that you should be your number one priority. Your happiness and your health and all of those things should be of number one importance. So that's basically the premise of it. I will say that it's very, very, very Christian, which is fine, but I'll say I'm only 21% of the way through, and it's already heavily, and like I don't think this is marketed as being Christian at all, but she talks about it like a lot, which again, like, is fine, but I am not Christian, so I don't get a lot out of the passages of her talking about, you know, her faith. And in my like self-help books or non-fiction books about people's lives, I don't mind a little bit of that, like especially if it's them telling their story, because obviously that it can be a big part of people's stories. I totally get that, but I don't love when it can get a little bit preachy, and I already feel like we're going down the path of a little bit preachy, like, because I said we're only 20% in and it's already been mentioned a lot, so I'll be interested to see how heavy-handed it feels through the rest of the book. I say I don't think it's marketed as Christian, but I've never really heard anything about this book, so I shouldn't make that assumption that it's, I'm just going to the Goodreads page for it quickly and seeing what it's shelved as on Goodreads to see if people have been shelving it as like a Christian. Let me see. Ugh, the page always takes forever to load when I am trying to look at something to tell you guys. Okay, wow. So these are the shelves that it's on. It's on nonfiction, then self-help, then audiobook, then personal development, then memoir, then Christian. So it is there, but then it's also on did not finish, adult, inspirational, and abandoned. So both did not finish and abandoned are top shelves that this was on, and I dare say that a lot of people maybe who DNF'd this would maybe DNF it for how like preachy I feel like it's going to be. I'm like, that's not a deal breaker for me, but I don't necessarily enjoy that type of thing. Anyway, I'll probably have that finished tomorrow and can talk to you guys about my thoughts on that tomorrow when I get home from work. We're really on, like, we're in December now, obviously, so we're really on, like, the swing down to Christmas break. I mentioned in, like, some of the videos that I film, like, my wrap-ups and TBRs and things, that we break up for work, from work on the 21st of December, so we finish at 12 p.m. I think it is on the 21st, and we have our, like, Christmas party on that afternoon, and then I don't go back to work until the 7th of January. So I'm really, really, really desperate for those 2 weeks off. I have felt very burnt out this year, and I really do, like, want and need that break. So I'm really looking forward to that, and I've only got, like, what, 4 days this week, and then I've got the 5 days next week, and then, like, the 4.5 days the week after where we finish up on the Friday, and then I'm free until I'm free until the 7th of January, which is going to be amazing. So that's it, I think, for this clip. I feel like this clip ended up going a really long time, even though I didn't have that much to talk to you guys about. So yeah, that is it. I will talk to you guys when I get home from work tomorrow, and I'll be able to tell you my final thoughts on that audiobook, and hopefully, this is going to be so heavy to take in my backpack, but hopefully I've read a couple of chapters of this tonight, and then hopefully a couple of chapters on, like, each one of my commutes, but we'll see. Winifred, do not, oh, no. She just tried to start chewing on my new glasses. They are not a chew toy. Okay, I gotta go, you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys. Hi, guys. It is 7:52 p.m. Hi, Winifred. 7:52 p.m. on Tuesday, the 4th of December. So it's quite a bit later than I normally check in. I left work early today to go, and I got home and literally had, like, I was at home for barely 5 minutes, fed the cat, quickly got changed, and went to my niece and nephew's end of year concert. It's like, they do it every second year at their school. And this is my niece's last year that she'll be in it, because she's in her final year of primary school next year. So she won't have it next year, because, like I said, they only do it on every second year. Anyway, so I went to that, and I've literally just got home. And I'm really looking forward to my shower tonight, because it was fairly warm here today, actually, so I ended up wearing sunscreen. You know, like, you just feel really, like, sticky and icky when you wear sunscreen. So hopefully, it was pretty warm, so hopefully I don't end up burnt. I think I look fine at the moment, so yes. Anyway, reading update. So, still reading Lethal White by Robert Galbraith, surprise, surprise, because, like we've discussed, this book is a beast. I haven't read a single page today, but I actually did get quite a lot read last night. So I'm currently on page 237. So I'm pretty happy with how much I managed to read yesterday, considering that it was knitting night. So I'm at home now, obviously. I don't have anything going on the rest of the evening, but I go to bed in about an hour and a half. I do still need to, like, have a shower, wash my hair. I had dinner at the Christmas concert, so I don't need to eat or anything. But yeah, so I've got about an hour and a half where I can get a little bit of reading done, to maybe get, like, 50 to 60 pages read tonight, maybe a little bit more. I think I'm going to sleep well tonight, because this is the first day in a while, well, I think, like, this season, like, coming into the warmer season, that Winifred, Winifred, no, apologies. Sorry, the cat just started scratching the couch. You guys know how that drives me crazy. So, oh, here she comes. Hi. So I've completely lost my train of thought now. What was I saying? Yeah, hoping to get a bit read tonight. I do feel quite tired, because, like, that's what I was saying. We're coming into the, apologies, the cat just started scratching the couch. You guys know how that drives me nuts. So yeah, because it's like the first day really of, like, this kind of warmer season that I've spent outside, like, in the sun, and I already feel quite sapped of energy. You know, like, when you sit outside in the sun, we're only sitting outside for, like, about 2.5 hours. I feel quite tired, so I think I'll sleep very well tonight. So sorry, that's the reading update for Lethal White. But then I did also finish that audiobook. So I finished, I thought I was going to get it read a lot quicker than what I did. But I only ended up finishing it like literally as I was walking from the bus, like back home this afternoon. So it is Girl Wash Your Face by Rachel Hollis. So I talked about it a bit yesterday. It's non-fiction self-help, basically about just like empowering yourself. So I don't know, I've got kind of mixed opinions on it. I thought some parts of it were pretty good and had like some pretty good like takeaway messages just about like believing in yourself and, you know, the way you've really got to want something and really go after something and that type of thing. So it had some interesting stuff in there about that. But it is written from a very privileged standpoint. I saw a few people commenting about how it was very like white privilege in like reviews on Goodreads. However, most of the people who said that admitted that they didn't read the whole book. And I will say, although it comes a bit late in the book, there is a whole section towards the end of the book about inclusivity and about, you know, accepting all people of all sexualities, races, all of that type of thing. So that is in there. But it is written from a position of just general kind of privilege. Like she talks about how, you know, she doesn't ever let anyone like talk her out of her dreams or tell her no, and that you've just got to do whatever you have to do to like make your dreams a reality. And she gives us an example at one point about how she had a book that she'd written and how it didn't end up, like every publisher or whatever turned it down, and how then she decided to self-publish, and so she self-published it, and then it did really well and got picked up by an actual publisher, like a mainstream publisher. And I was like, well, that's great for you, but not everyone, one, can afford to self-publish a book. And then even if they do, there are so many hundreds and thousands of self-published authors whose novels never get picked up by mainstream publishers. You know, and obviously her and her husband both are very well off. So it is written from a very privileged standpoint, and she doesn't really ever recognize just that kind of privilege in the novel. I do appreciate how candid she was in the novel. She does talk about a lot of like personal issues, so it's kind of her talking about being empowered and stuff by giving real life examples from her life. And she does talk about a lot of things in there that, well, I didn't necessarily agree with all the time, because like, for example, she porn shames. She basically says that whatever you want to do in the bedroom and, you know, is between is between a couple, and, you know, that's their business and they can do whatever they want except porn. Porn's really terrible, apparently, like that type of thing. And she also, as I mentioned, the Christian stuff in there is very, very, very prevalent. If that makes you uncomfortable, do not read this book, because it is super a lot in there. And she even just talked about at one point about how she was talking about a relationship that she was in when she was very young, and saying that, you know, this was a person who had seen her boobs and then proceeded to say, but, you know, please know that I let this person see my boobs because this is a person I believed I was going to marry. And I was just like, okay, way to like slut shame people who let people see their boobs who don't plan to marry that person. So there is like a bit of that. So like I said, I had mixed opinions. There were some things in there that I thought were really good, but it does come from a very privileged place. It can get a bit shamey, and it's very, very Christian heavy. And like I said, that doesn't can me so much. Like, it can get heavy-handed, but it doesn't bother me so much because she is talking about these things from her personal standpoint, and she personally is a Christian, which I have no problem with whatsoever. But yeah, so mixed kind of feelings. I think I'm giving it just like a straight 3-star, because there are some things in there that I really did think were really good points, but it has its issues as well. So yeah, 3 stars for that. So yeah, I think that's it. I'm going to go now and try to watch some booktube and do a bit of reading, because I'm already getting super behind with my booktube watching, because I've had not as much time as I normally would to watch videos the last couple of days. And of course that happens at the start of Vlogmas, which means my like subscription feed has already got a lot more videos in it than it normally would. So yeah, I'm gonna go and watch some of those booktube videos and have a shower and read. And yeah, that is it for this clip, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow when I get home from work. Bye guys. Hi guys, it is 6:06 p.m. on Wednesday the 5th of December. I just got home from work. I said a little bit late tonight, only because I was running very late this morning. I woke up actually at like 5:15 this morning. I wasn't feeling very well, and I actually got up and I was like, okay, well, I'm going to turn off my alarm because I'm up, and I got up and I took some Panadol. Well, actually, I took some Nurofen and was up for a little bit, and then I went and laid back down on my bed, which was a mistake, as I'm sure you can gather, because I fell back asleep. So I ended up going into work quite late. And then, so I stayed back. I worked straight through my lunch break and worked back a little bit. So I didn't get much read during the day. However, I did read on the bus to and from work. And I read a bit last night as well. So I'm currently on page 345 of Lethal White by Robert Galbraith. So almost halfway through this now. 345 pages sounds like it should be a lot, but this is a 650 page book, so I'm kind of bang on halfway, just over halfway. Still really enjoying this. It should feel like the mystery is being really slowly drawn out, and like it is, but it's not bothering me at all. I know J.K. Rowling cops a lot of flack, and I do have a lot of issues with a lot of the stuff that she's done recently, or over recent years, but I really, really enjoy her writing and the way that she unravels a mystery. I'm totally in this mystery. I just kind of want to know what's going on, and it's about the characters as well. I really love the main two characters of this and all of their, like all the stuff that's going on in their lives, and I just am really in it and I'm really enjoying it. So looking forward to reading some more of this. I want to talk to you guys about audiobooks as well. Before I talk about the audiobook that I started today, I did just want to mention, I completely forgot to mention last night, and it was very remiss of me, that I wanted to mention that there is a big trigger warning in that self-help book that I mentioned yesterday for suicide. She does talk a little bit about that her brother did complete suicide when she was a teenager, and that she found, unfortunately, and very sadly, was the one who found his body. And so she does talk about that a little bit as well. So I did just want to give that trigger warning, because obviously that's something that could affect a lot of people. So I just wanted to mention that. I did start a new audiobook today. So I'm listening to, let me pull it up on my phone, Love by the Numbers by Karen Kalmaker, and I am 55% of the way through. So this is a romance type book, I guess. It's basically a hate to love story between two women. So we've got one woman named Nicole, who is a scientific professor, and she has recently written a book called Love by the Numbers that is about love, about finding love through your DNA. And then it's basically about her going on book tour and the new assistant, female assistant, who like joins her kind of on her book tour. And it's like a hate to love romance between the two of them. It tells you that like in the synopsis. That's not spoiling anything. I am enjoying it enough. I will say, so I'm sure you guys know, I listen to a lot of audiobooks, but I don't really consider myself to be an audiobook snob. There are the occasional audiobooks that are really good, where I'm like, wow, that was an amazing audiobook. But to me, a lot of the rest of the audiobooks are just pretty middle of the road. I don't notice whether they're particularly good or particularly bad, so on and so forth. However, I will say that this audiobook for Love by the Numbers, that's Winifred's Tale. I'm not enjoying the audiobook part of it. I don't think it's a very good audiobook. She does a couple of different voices at different times, and I find them really annoying. And so I just thought I should mention that, because for me to notice it, because I'm not like an audiobook narrator snob, for me to notice it, I was like, ew, I don't think the audiobook's very good. But it's not enough for me to like stop listening to it. It's not like that annoying. I will continue on with it and probably finish that audiobook tomorrow. But yeah, just know that I guess I should say who the narrator is. I always say who the narrator is in my wrap-ups. If you guys don't watch my wrap-ups, I do always mention the narrator in there. But let me tell you, because I've mentioned that it's not a very good audiobook, although is that like rude? Am I like shaming the narrator by telling you guys who it is? The narrator is Kathleen Rochezuku. Let me click on them if they got any other. They don't have any other audiobooks on my library app, so I'm not sure. I also don't know how old this book is. Let me tell you guys when this was published, because it does feel like the narration feels like maybe it's not a very good audiobook because it's one that was recorded before audiobooks were super popular, because I feel like in recent years the quality of audiobooks has really gone up because the popularity of audiobooks has gone up so much. Yeah, so this was published in 2013, so I assume that the audiobook is probably that old as well. So that may be a reason as to why it is of slightly lower quality. And I don't know this author either, because I should mention as well that the main character Nicole is of Indian heritage, and I'm just looking to see if I can see whether that is own voices. Let me have a look. I don't think so. I don't think it's own voices for that rep. Oh, it does say on her bio though, Karen Kalmaker has been exclusively devoted to lesbian fiction since the publication of her first novel. So if you guys are really interested in lesbian fiction, then she could be an author to really check out, because she's got, wow, okay, she's got a lot of books. So, and apparently they're all lesbian, so definitely could be worth checking out if you're looking to find some more lesbian reads. So yeah, I'll give you guys my final thoughts on that tomorrow. I'm enjoying, like I said, the audiobook's not very good, but I'm enjoying the rest of the story kind of okay. The romance side of things has been like very slow burn. So yeah, kind of looking forward to getting into some more of that type of thing tomorrow. So I don't have anything going on tonight. I'm so excited that I don't have anything going on. It's super hot here today. It's going to be even hotter tomorrow. So I'm really tomorrow I've got boxing, but tonight I've got nothing going on. I want to edit the last of the 3 videos that I filmed on the weekend, but that's not going to take me very long because it's a fairly short video. So I want to edit and get that scheduled to go up later in the week, and then I'm planning to just spend the rest of the night reading Lethal White and catching up on some booktube videos, because like I mentioned yesterday, I'm getting really behind because of Vlogmas. So yeah, that is it, I think, for this clip. I will talk to you guys when I get home from work tomorrow. Bye, guys. Hi, guys. It is 5:33 p.m. on Thursday, the 6th of December. If I look like a hot mess, it's because I am. It is 39 degrees, which for you Fahrenheit people is 102, and this is early summer. Normally our hottest period is like early to mid-January. That is when it gets really hot normally, and guys, I hate summer so much. I just can't cope. The 10-minute walk from like to and from the bus is just awful. I hate it when it's that hot. I feel so disgusting right now. I have boxing tonight, which I haven't been to boxing when it's been really hot, and I know they've got a lot of fans in there, but I actually don't know whether it's air conditioned, and if it's not air conditioned, I'll possibly die. So, I mean, not to be dramatic or anything, but oh boy. So it is Thursday, which means it's Friday tomorrow, which I'm excited about. And I'm also excited that I've got reading done on both my bus journeys again today. So let's do the reading update. So I'm still reading Lethal White by Robert Galbraith. I'm okay with this taking longer though, because I am finding time to read this. It's not like a couple of books recently in recent vlogs where it's taken me a really long time to get to because I just haven't found the time to read. I am getting time to read like here and there, but this is just such a beast. So I'm on page 510, which means I've got about 140 pages left to go. I would like to say that I'm going to be able to finish this tonight, and I wouldn't be surprised if I do even with boxing, because I am so into this. I just want to know what the heck is going on, and we're really starting to get to that point in the novel where things are slowly starting to unravel. And like on the bus today, I really wanted to keep reading because we're getting to points where, you know, they're going to talk to different people and like stuff's starting to like really come out, and I was like, oh, I just want to keep going. But I managed to stop, so that I didn't have to stop mid-chapter. I managed to stop reading, and I really want to read more of this now, but like I said, I've got boxing and I have to leave in like 20 minutes. So I might read a chapter before I go, and then hopefully, I wouldn't be surprised if even if I don't have a lot of time to read when I get home from boxing, if I end up staying quite late to finish this, which I shouldn't do because I really need to get up on time tomorrow. Also because I want to get it done too, because I'm not sure that I'll get much reading time during the day tomorrow, because I'm actually going to be driving to the park and ride tomorrow and going from there, because I've got a blood donation immediately following work tomorrow. So I need to, so that, which means I will be on the bus, but for a much shorter period of time. So I don't think that I'll have any reading time tomorrow during the day. So I do really want to get it done tonight, because if I don't finish it tonight, that means I won't finish it until tomorrow night, which is too long to find out what's going on. So that's the update on that. I did also finish the audiobook today for Love by the Numbers by Karen Kalmaker. And so I've got kind of mixed feelings on this. As I mentioned yesterday, the audiobook is not fantastic. And I appreciate it for what it is. And I'm glad that we have, you know, mainstream kind of lesbian fiction out there. I think that's great. Having said that, this book is a little bit boring, if I'm being completely honest. So yes, it's just a romance, and I love, like I said, that it's a romance between two women, but nothing really happens outside of the romance. I prefer my books character driven, don't get me wrong, but I like for there to be at least something, some kind of objective, some narrative thread that takes us through the story, and this really doesn't have anything like that. It's just literally the behavioral scientist lady and the assistant going on book tour, and then it is slow burn, which I love. Yeah, and it just, although having said that it's slow burn, it is very, very, very slow burn. But then kind of the very end of it is very just like everything goes from kind of 0 to 100, which I don't always love. But I love that it's just a cute slow burn romance. There is some kind of steamier scenes in there, and then it's female. I love all of that, but yeah, there's just not a lot happens. They're literally just going around from city to city, and it's just their interactions with each other, and that is it. So I enjoyed it, but it definitely isn't a very compelling story, if I'm being honest. So I'm giving it a 3.25 stars. The extra 0.25 stars just for the fact of it being female, because I feel like I would rate a male-female story of this nature probably like a 3, and I just feel like it deserves that little bit extra, because I do really like, because we don't get a lot of just straight romance stories between women or between men. It's always got to be about something larger, like about, you know, quite often it has to be about their coming out or some issue with them because they're gay or queer or LGBT or however they choose to identify. And so I like that it is just a straight romantic story, and that that's never really like one of the issues in the novel. So yeah, I'm giving it that extra 0.25 because of that. So 3.25 rating to that. So yeah, that is about it for this clip. I'm going to go now because I want to try get in a chapter or two before boxing, and it's also really, really, really hot, and I just need to like veg on my bed. I'm really excited to come home after boxing because I've put my air conditioning on, and I'm planning to leave it on when I go out, which normally I don't do, but I cannot handle my house being hot, this hot. Like, it's not as hot inside obviously as it is outside, but I just can't handle. This is why I hate summer. It's so hard to sleep at night because you're just so hot. Anyway, this is basically, just fair warning, the beginning of me complaining about the temperature a lot, because I really do just hate the summer heat, you guys. I'm not built for it. I'm really, really not. So yeah, get used to it, I guess. So that is it for this clip, and I will check in with you guys when I get home from work tomorrow. Bye, guys. Hi, guys. It is 6:13 p.m. I just realized you guys can fully see my bra. I should probably re-record, but I'm not going to. It's 6:13 p.m. on Friday, the 7th of December. It's super hot. Hate it. Moving on. I just got home from work, but I donated blood. After work today, I've got my Band-Aid on my arm, as you can see, and I was successfully donated. I was a little bit worried because the last time I attempted to donate, which was quite a while ago, my iron had fallen really low, my iron levels, and so when that happens, they reject you for like 6 months. They put you on like a 6-month bar, like ban. You can't donate for 6 months so that you can get your levels back up to like a healthy level. But it all went fine today, and it turned out to be my 10th donation. So I got a little like 10th donation badge, which was really cool. I'm surprised that I've actually done 10 because I've only started donating in the last couple of years. I was terrified of needles as a kid, but I just kind of grew out of it. I think because I had some medical stuff a few years ago, like nothing super crazy or anything, but I had to have a lot of blood tests around that time, and I just kind of got over it. And so through that, I decided that, well, I'm not really scared of needles anymore. I really should be donating because it's a really great thing to do. So, but you can only donate, I donate whole blood, which you can only do every 3 months. Because I've only been donating for a couple of years, like obviously if you donate literally every 3 months on the dot, you're only donating 4 times a year. And I only decided a couple of years ago, so I'm surprised that I've already reached 10, but really happy to have reached 10 and to continue donating. So there's that. Anything else to report? I don't think so. It is Friday. Yahoo. So the weekend is finally upon us. Weekend plans. I don't have too much going on. I've got a hair appointment tomorrow morning, which I'm really excited about. I'll continue to lighten off these ends a little bit. And then that'll be how my hair looks over the Christmas period. We don't like take Christmas photos or any of that type of thing, so like it's not a big deal, but I'm excited to get fresh hair tomorrow. And then I know on Sunday my parents are having a barbecue. And that's about it, I think. I don't think I've got too much else going on. So you guys are here for the reading update. Let's talk about it. So I didn't start a new audiobook today, as I usually don't on Fridays, because I wanted to listen to podcasts because I'm so behind on podcasts. And somehow I only managed to listen to 2 episodes of a podcast. I don't know what I was doing today, but apparently not listening to very much. So I'm still super behind on podcasts, but that's fine. So I did, however, so I'm not listening to an audiobook, but I did, however, finish Lethal White by Robert Galbraith last night, which is super exciting. So, my thoughts. I really enjoyed this. I really did. I can see that a lot of people, actually, I don't think I've read any reviews on this. A lot of people are probably going to think that this is really slow, which I can totally see. It is a very slow moving, like it's 650 pages. So it is fairly slow moving. It doesn't bother me though. I really, really do enjoy Robert Galbraith / J.K. Rowling's writing. And I really enjoyed the mystery of this and trying to figure out what the heck was going on. Having said that, the thing that I didn't like about this book is the ending. It's not that I hated the ending. I do feel like for the most part, these mysteries are not the type of mysteries where you could ever possibly really solve it on your own. Even if you've kind of get an inkling of, oh, I think this person did it, you can never like put together all the clues and stuff because it's just not really like laid out for you in that way, which can be a good thing and a bad thing. So I really enjoy, I think I don't mind it so much because I enjoy going on the journey with the characters of them, like getting it clue by clue and them having no idea what's going on. But there is always a point towards the end when you feel like the characters start to hint to each other or whatever that they've figured it out or they think they've figured it out, but you as the reader don't know. And that's the part where I start to be like, oh, like tell us what's going on. And then once you find out, I'm like, how are we ever supposed to like figure that out. Like there was just so much going on that like we weren't ever really clued into at any point. So that's kind of the downside to it, but I just really do love these character relationships. I love the two main characters, Cormoran Strike and Robin. Really, really enjoy them as characters. Really enjoy all the like character interactions and all of that type of thing. And yeah, I just overall really enjoyed it. I'm giving it 4 stars. I say the ending of the mystery did let it down for me a little bit, but overall it did still really, really enjoy it. So I finished that last night, and I haven't read anything today because I wasn't listening to any audiobooks. And then I also, and then I also haven't read today because I was donating blood. I had to drive to the interchange and do like the park and ride today, which meant I was only on the bus for like less than half the time that I normally am, so I just didn't really have time to get my book out. So I did take with me Sweet Evil by Wendy Higgins. This is my next read, but I haven't picked it up yet. So this is what I'll be focusing on like tonight, if I manage to do any reading tonight. I don't have anything going on tonight. I'm planning to probably start editing the first few clips of this vlog, because I want to get this vlog up this weekend, so like later this weekend. So I will probably read at least a couple of chapters of this tonight. I really do not know what this is about. I know it's about that it's paranormal, YA, and that it's got something to do with angels and demons, or angels and devils, or something. And I thought it had something to do with the 7 deadly sins, but I'm not actually sure if that's a thing. But I guess I'm going to find out when I start reading it. So yeah, that is the next thing I'm picking up. And I think that is just about it for this clip. I think it is, and I will check in with you guys when I get home. Well, when I get home. I'm not going to work tomorrow because it's Saturday tomorrow. I'll check in with you guys probably from the library car park if I remember to take my camera with me, because I'm going to be going straight from my hair appointment, and then I'll have to go do my shopping after my hair appointment. It'll be a whole thing, but hopefully I'll see you guys in the car tomorrow. Bye, guys. Hi guys, it is 11:50 a.m. on Saturday the 8th of December. I just got done with my hair appointment and I'm sitting in the library car park. I think my hair appointment went really well this time. I think the ends really lightened off a lot this time. Like it's quite, like you can actually tell just by looking at it. Now like you don't have to really look to see it, which I'm excited about. The weather is disgusting today. It is not super hot, but it's really overcast and it's like spitting rain off and on, and because of that, with it being still like warm, it's really muggy and it's just really yuck. And I wore like my favorite, you can't really see, this is a dress and it's like my favorite dress, and because it's been so hot the past couple of days, I'm like yay, and I checked the temperature, I was like, oh, it's still going to be quite warm, and then I feel like it's wasted on this day because it's like overcast and muggy and yuck. And now I'm disappointed that I wasted my favorite wearing this for the first time this year on such a crap day. I think it's supposed to be a lot nicer tomorrow. I think it's supposed to be a similar temperature but sunny. So that'll be nice for my parents' barbecue tomorrow. Anyway, on to the reading update. So I need to go straight from here. Well, before we get to the reading update, I need to go straight from here back to the shops. I met my parents and stuff for coffee before my hair appointment. I needed to go back there to like actually do my shopping because obviously I couldn't leave everything in the car while I was having my hair done. Which sucks because it's going to be so busy, especially at this time. It's like peak time and it's getting closer and closer to Christmas, so I'm not looking forward to doing that, but it has to be done. So onto the reading update. I specifically brought this in the car just so I could talk to you guys about it. I started last night Sweet Evil by Wendy Higgins. I think I mentioned yesterday that I didn't know how much of this I would read, but I actually got quite a lot read. I was really happy. I read to page 159. And this book, like, it doesn't look super long, but it's deceptively long. Like, this book is almost 450 pages long. So I'm only like a third of the way through it. So this is, now I kind of know what this is about. It's a YA paranormal that's about angels and demons. And this main character, the girl, Anna, is half angel and half demon. And that's quite rare, I think, and the rest of the like supernatural characters in this are like part demon, and each one kind of embodies, like demons embody a particular sin, So her father is the, like, Duke of Substance Abuse, and he, of course, his dad is the Duke of Lust, because of course he is. So it's very YA of its time. Like, I feel like this type of YA has improved a lot, if I'm being honest. This was published in 2012, so it's very, like, tropey and cliche kind of thing. It doesn't feel very sex positive at all. We've already had a lot of commentary on the main character being virtuous, because one of the lustful, like, demons type of things is to, like, push lusty stuff on people, so, like, basically to get girls to have sex with them, and she is very virtuous, and so, like, that's already been, like, a whole thing, and I'm like, of course it is. So I'm, like, enjoying it. Like, it's not terrible, but I definitely don't think this is going to be anything that I, like, super love and becomes, like, a new favorite or anything, but I'm enjoying it. I've got a lot to do around the house this weekend, but I don't have anything going on except for my parents' barbecue tomorrow, and after I come home from the shops, I don't have anything going on for the rest of today or tomorrow until my parents' barbecue, so hopefully I can get a lot of this read. So that's kind of it. I'm going to go into the library now. I've got a couple of things to pick up, a couple of things to return. This is going to be the last clip for this vlog, so I will see you guys in the outro. Bye, guys! I hope that you guys enjoyed this very first reading vlog for December. It's the final reading month of the year, so definitely trying to get as many books read as I can. I would love to know how you guys are going with your final reading month for the year. Are you guys trying to get in a lot of books, like get a lot of books read before the end of the year? I would love to know. Please like this video if you liked it. Please subscribe if you want to see more from my channel. That is all I have for this video today. Bye, guys!